Good morning, Internet, and welcome to Art Town. My name is Reagan. I'm an artist and illustrator in Seattle, Washington, and on Wednesdays, whoa! I'm sorry I hit you. I take a trip to Art Town to work on art whether I feel like it or not, and you're invited to come and work on whatever you want to work on. Whatever you need to work on. Welcome, Brandy and Renee. Good morning. Yes, thank you for redeeming your Show Us the Cat pumpkin. Yeah. She just showed up. Good. I don't have to connect my iPad or anything. Ah. Yeah. She ran in. She said, "Wait, is it stream time?" Say hi to Brandy, pumpkin. She's waving her tail. Says hello. Good morning, girl. Where are you gonna go today? Do you want to hang out in here, or am I gonna bother you if we're talking? You want to stay in my arms? Hi, pumpkin. Hello, precious. Hello, precious. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, welcome. I see you've discovered some of the new things that I got very distracted working on yesterday. I just spent a third of the day putting together some new emotes because I discovered that I could do some more. Pumpkin, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Yeah, I discovered that I could do just regular follow emotes as well as subscriber emotes, and I adjusted some of the prices of the like channel points things. I was just kind of like looking around Twitch yesterday. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you doing this morning? Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, good girl. The new emotes are amazing, thank you. Yeah, and see, you get some animated ones, and so you see the little excited cat one. Pumpkin is charging more these days. Yeah, she sure is. I was like, you guys are amassing a lot of points, so I can adjust some of them, I feel. Hi, baby. All right, are you gonna go somewhere? Doing well, wonderful. Me too. I am also doing well. I really like my outfit today, and Zach said before he left to go to the dentist, he said he likes my outfit too. So that gave me an extra little boost of confidence. I'm feeling very comfy, cozy. Please stop. Go somewhere. Go somewhere else. I love you. But you're being a little monster. She's purring. She loves it. Pumpkin! Where do you want to go? Here, go up here. Oh, ow! She bit me. Now she wants to fight. She said, "Don't you dare put me somewhere I don't want to go. You can go somewhere else." She's coming to fight me, huh? Oh, the tail is whipping. No more, Pumpkin. No more. I got a live stream. This is what I do on Wednesdays. Guys, she's really like, the tail is going like this. No more. Are we friends? Are we friends? I don't know where you want to go, but you can't go here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm the star, Reagan. Get the fuck out. The tail is whipping. She's looking at me. She's got attack eyes. You know, do you know how cats get this way? They start to be like, they want a little too much pets, and then they get too revved up, and now they want to both get pets and or fight you. It's like kind of unclear. All right, Pumpkin, but I'm done petting you. Yeah, so that's all the new things on the stream, I think. But I had one more thing before I get started on doing some arting. I had one more thing I wanted to share that I discovered about Twitch. So apparently they have a thing for channel points also where you can like save up. The little excited cat is so funny. You can save up channel points towards like a bigger communal goal type of thing. where, you know, maybe it'll cost like 100,000 points or something. And you can contribute like 2,000 points a day. Oh, Brandy knows. Okay, Arcasian. Well, great, great. Yeah, and at Arcasian for Tiny Town. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was basically trying to think of like what to save up for. Like if I just didn't have any ideas right away. I guess I was like maybe, I mean, I didn't want to do like another horror stream. Bullying finally. Look at this little, what's this little curl doing? Yeah, game night. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, a game night. And then we could do like drawful. That's an awesome idea. Holy cow. Game night. Why didn't I think of that? Love that. Okay, but yeah, anyway, if you guys have any other ideas, you know, I'm open to them for things to save up for. And that's the last thing. Not sure what time limits you can set. Oh yeah, you can set like, I think it's like months, or maybe it's weeks. I don't know. So maybe I'll look into that and I'll set up a little game night. I'll say that can be like the reward. Take my points for game night. All right, guys. So here's the other thing. I don't know if this is a surprise, but Zach got a new webcam for Christmas, so that he didn't have to borrow mine each time. But also that means we now have 2 webcams, which means I can set up an actual webcam here and also have my actual webcam there. So 2 webcams. Ooh, I need my ring on. Here it is. God, I was almost not engaged for a minute. For Arcasian, the last one was to build a bridge across a pond in Tiny Town. Oh, that's fun. Very cool, Zach. Oh yeah, his brother's got it for him. It's very nice. That's camtastic. Thank you. Yeah, the Zach one. I thought you guys would like the Zach one. I thought that would be useful. So, guys. So, what I want to work on today, I've got some ideas. Where is it? So I've got some ideas. I really feel like working on some like 3D things. First of all, I'm not gonna work on this morning, but I have this little cat statue that I have a small streaming update as well, as in I tried, but computer said no. So you ordered a new computer? Oh my goodness, that's exciting. What kind of computer did you get, Brandy? And I'm sorry that your computer said no to streaming in the first place, but it's always exciting to get a new computer. Excited cat. Oh, this excited cat is already coming in big time handy, huh? A Mac Mini they announced yesterday. Ooh, cool. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. 10 years old. Yeah, they're usually at that point starting to not do the things that other things can do. Congratulations. That's very exciting. And you ordered a mic, I heard. A new mic. That's also cool. But anyway, today I want to work on, later I think, my mom got me this little cat. I think she just either got it at a thrift store or I don't know. It says made in Indonesia. It's very cute. She said she got it when we got Pumpkin, which is very sweet. However, I think it doesn't really look like Pumpkin, and also I think the paint is kind of ugly. No offense to the people who work in this probably art factory in Indonesia. It's got that kind of quality, I think, you know. But I was planning to, I had the idea, I want to sand it down and then redraw it to look more like Pumpkin. And this is also something that I kind of wanted to do because I always have an interest. I love going to thrift stores. I love secondhand things. And I have a kind of a vague interest in starting this process of like possibly getting stuff from from a thrift store and then altering it. You know, people do that with furniture all the time. They like paint the furniture, refinish it or whatever. But I thought it'd be fun to do with like little art knickknacks to like use the kind of base and then to like make it look like whatever you want. So yeah, to kind of like refinish thrifted items. So this would be a fun way to start, I feel like. Yes, I am planning on using Poscas for this. If it works, I think it will work. I made a little figurine for Kayla for Christmas using clay and then Poscas, and the way I did it so it didn't like smear was I got a little fixative spray, and I fixative spray it first over the Posca, and then I can like, you know, put my glaze or whatever on it and it doesn't smear the Posca around. So this is one thing I want to do, but I think it probably won't be very interesting to sand on stream because I've got to sand it all down. So I'm gonna save that for in between the streams, and I'm gonna work on something else that I think I want to work on. Renee said, Brandy, when are you gonna start streaming? Great, that's a great question. My computer comes next Thursday, so soon after that, I hope. Ooh, wonderful. You'll have to tell us about it, Brandy. Give us the updates. So yes, so I'm just pulling out some little, these things you guys might remember I worked on and then never finished last, October. Because I want to, I think today make some more pins. These are earrings, but I think it would be fun to make some more little cats like this, sculpted out of clay, and possibly even something like this. And then maybe some other things. I'm gonna start with cats because those are always a very popular pin, and I haven't made them in a long time. I was looking back at some of my old art recently, and one of the first things I did was made little like cat face pins. And I've seen a lot of people make handmade cat face pins. But that's okay. For a little while I was like, I don't want to do it because everybody, like a lot of people do that. But now it's like, you know what, fuck it. There's room for all of us. Make whatever you want. So yeah, what I want is to make some pins. So great comment, Renee. The drying time was very long for each coat. That was with my little shitty acrylic paints that I got. And I am feeling empowered now to possibly, instead of those acrylic paints, try to work with, let's see, Posca markers, for example. Look at that, already. One clean coat, and it looks beautiful. Better than hours and hours of the other one. So now that I know I can fixative it and move on, I think I can do these much faster. Cat butt pins, that's a fun idea. So yeah, I'm gonna use Posca again, but to start, I've gotta make some of the pins and things. So I can put away these earrings. I'll finish them eventually. Another thing, oh, I might as well show you guys this. Another thing, so I just want to share in terms of like little 3D projects that I'm working on. This is the inside of a pesto tube, and I learned this from another artist on Instagram that I cannot remember right now. But inside these little like tubes is often this beautiful, so this one's all scratched up now, but this beautiful gold color. Oh, you can bake clay with Posca on it to fix it. Oh, cool. I'll try that also. Remembering the drying time was long for each coat. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll show you what I have been working on this, and this is another thing I could possibly work on stream. I'll go grab it. So this is a pair of earrings that I made as a test last year as, not a pair, this is a single, obviously, earring that I made possibly to wear at my wedding, possibly not. I don't know what the vibe's gonna be. But it is big time inspired by these earrings from a artist called We Dream in Color, I think. Yeah, We Dream in Color is the artist. I'll put that in the chat. We Dream in Color is the artist. She makes gorgeous earrings and things, and jewelry. Oh, hi, Best Ever. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lurk. I'm happy you're here. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Oh, thank you. I love that you're here. Have a great day. Have a great lurk. Yeah, so this is inspired by a pair of earrings that We Dream in Color makes, and they are gorgeous, and they cost $300, which is a perfectly reasonable price for a huge, beautiful, high-quality pair of earrings. But I was just curious if $300 basically would be a big chunk of my wedding budget for anything. And I'm basically only spending that on like the venue. I don't know if I can do it for a pair of earrings, so I wanted to try to make like a version inspired by some of their like leaf earrings. And yeah, I think it's coming out kind of nice. I don't know if it's going to end up fitting the vibe of my dress and everything, but I just wanted to show. This is another little like project that I was working on. It has, you can see the pesto on the back, so I don't know what I'd do with that. Probably put Posca on it and then seal it. I don't know. I would put some I don't know, I would figure out how to cover it up so that if you see the back of it, it's not, you know, the pesto. Oh, you like the back? So you can see, yeah, they're little, it's the pesto tube, and you can just cut it out, and then you can also use like a little tool to emboss little shapes in it. So if you ever have pesto in a tube, or especially tomato paste comes in these little tubes also, you can take it out, cut it open, clean it off, and then you can use a spoon to like smooth it out, and it comes out this beautiful gold metal that you can then cut and do things to. Like I said, this piece is all cut up, but you know, that's what's under there. Boom. So good. I'm glad you guys think the back looks cool. So yeah, I have to now find, where the hell did I put this? Where's my clay? Where's my clay? Oh, I feel like no. Guys, I also have been deep cleaning my studio, so it's really messy. And oh, here it is. It's big time in process, but it's big time in process, but that's okay. It's all right. All right, let's get going. So I'm gonna get started on this. I think this is gonna be good. And as usual, I want to ask if y'all are working on something. What are you working on today? What are you out there working on? All right. Using this for no reason. That's so funny. It's the vibe. It matches the vibe for sure. The Reagan Muppet emote. That's what Zach said. I should do that. I should do that as a subscriber emote. Is this one a subscriber emote or a... Look at this guy also. There are technically tiers of... I think I put that as like a higher tier for the... I guess there are tiers or something. With your subscriptions, that it costs more money, and I would hate for you guys to... You guys don't have to spend more money, but they give you an option to have like a special emote just for the higher tiers. So I was like, I gotta put something to reach for, you know? Just in case anybody wants it. Yeah, a custom channel point, like you can rename the channel points. I saw that too, and I don't know. I couldn't think of what to call the freaking channel points. I feel like you can have like a theme to it, and I suppose we have. I kind of confused myself because the hi Jive Bree, the little emote, yeah, thanks. I like it too. I'm so glad you like it. Pumpkin Bucks is good. Yeah, you know, people say they've got like a mascot for their streams, and I guess Pumpkin is Pumpkin the mascot. You know, a lot of people make themselves as the mascot, or if they're, you know, like a little if they are a what's it called, a VTuber or something, they'll make that the mascot, obviously, because they're the main character. You know what's gonna be easier? I always forget. If I roll this out and then cut and then shape, because then it's an even size. Jive Bree, how are you? I'm so glad everybody likes the new emotes. It makes it feel like my distraction yesterday was worth it. And the custom subscriber badges, right? And there's also I did add a little fun thing to the donation thing, I think, and I hope it works. I added a little funny GIF. I didn't draw it. Warning. It's from a TV show, but I think it's funny. It makes me laugh. Pumpkin is the mascot. The mascot is therapy. And cheer motes, right? Cheer motes are for bits, I think. They're for bits. Yep. Brandy has learned a lot. And this tells me I mean, I also need to learn. I gotta, you know, I've been streaming for a little while, for a couple months. And y'all, genuinely, thanks to your subscriptions, it's like I really get a little bit of money from it, and it makes it feel not just worth it because it's fun, but also worth it from a business perspective. Alright, is that too thin? No, that looks about right. It's funny, I knew about hype trains before you. Oh, well, I'll be honest. I've seen a hype train before, but I never really understood what was happening, you know? And I still don't really understand. But it's just to try to get people to subscribe and give bits and things, but I don't watch a lot of Twitch streams, but I should. I very much should. Obviously. I watched Critical Role. That was like the first Twitch stream that I watched, but they don't do a lot of the like traditional stream stuff because they're just performing. Alright guys, here's another idea that I had. Custom cat face pins. Send me a picture of your cat. I'll paint your cat on it. That's another idea. or yes. Oh, Jive said getting home chores done and going on a walk with a friend later. Oh, that's lovely. Love that. Love. Get your chores done. Get your chores done while I'm streaming. Do it. My cat's faces are just standard issue black cat. Yeah, it'd probably be most useful for people who've got kind of unusual cat faces. I love this music for working. This is great. I accidentally muted the stream and thought Rain was just being very quiet. Yeah, as if I would just sit and be quiet, right? I guess I do sometimes. You guys know, sometimes towards the end of the stream, I do start to like really focus on something. And then you guys are like, Reagan, Reagan, listen to it, listen to us. Oh, another exciting thing, guys. Zach, I have convinced Zach to come and play Sea of Thieves with me tonight. Finally! We've talked about it for a long time. I've been thinking about Sea of Thieves since last week. A little cat cookie cutter would be so smart. But yeah, we're gonna play Sea of Thieves if you guys at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with Zachary. And so this will be the first time Zach will actually be doing something on stream with me. Oh my gosh. My goodness. What if, oh, maybe I should try to figure out a way to get his face on stream. I really want him to stream. I think he's really funny. He gets a little nervous about doing things on the internet. I do too, but also the opposite of that. A cat, how would one make a cat cookie cutter, Brandy? I've got so much to share with you guys today, goodness. I promise I will ask questions soon. But here's a first question while I share my other things. Here's one. I reminded myself. What did you guys do this weekend? Do anything cool? Do anything fun? Anything relaxing? How's the weather been? Renee says where she is, it's been cold and snowy on and off. Tonight is light and nice. Ooh, beautiful. It has been, where Drive-Thru lives, it's been nice and crisp. Oh, love that. I love the crisp weather. Here in Seattle, if anybody's curious, it's been rainy. And I know you want to think that that's not unusual, that it's rainy all the time. It actually kind of isn't rainy all the time, in that it's not usually raining like it is right now, which is like the rain is spattering on the window, but it's beautiful. You know, that it's like so rainy that if you walk out, you'll get like soaked. It still is not that rainy, but yeah, I love the rainy days. I'm really enjoying the winter myself. I'm loving it. And so the thing that I wanted to share also that I was just looking at is I'm considering applying for a table at a cat convention in Seattle, here in Seattle, called Meow. It's a cat convention. I've seen one other artist do it. Maybe I should message them and say, how did it go? Because if you do it, there's they require that you have 50% cat themed things, at least 50%, so that it's cat stuff. And I already have some cat stuff, but I would definitely have to up the cattage, the cat wattage. She wants to discuss. Oh, drive pavement to skateboard. Cat convention, yes. So I'm considering applying to that, possibly. And I don't know, I think looking back through my old files, you guys ever know, you're like, you look back at your old stuff and you remember when you did all that, and you're like, I want to get back to that. That was pretty good. And I think cats still fit the vibe. And I do like drawing cats. But I think I should also make pumpkin pins with a variety of faces. That's also a good idea, I think. Not my cat pumpkin, but like pumpkins. This is a good pin size, right? Yes, for sure. Sometimes you see your old stuff in new light, right? Yeah, it was kind of fun. And also, it feels so crazy to me to look back at the art that I was making in 2018. Like, that's not that long ago. How old? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's 5 years ago. Oh my god. Is this my 5th anniversary doing Ragonia? I think it is. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my goodness, I've been doing this for 5 years. Okay, well now that feels like a long time, but the art that I was making 5 years ago just feels so crazy different. Like, even just the, aw, thanks. Yeah, in March. March will be the Ragonia 5-year anniversary. What should I do? Should I do something? Can I do anything? Maybe I can, like, I've got a couple older things. Maybe I can, like, list some older things as part of the anniversary. And maybe do, like, a retrospective? I don't know. Jive Bree's gonna lurk. Have a good lurk. Jive Bree, get your things done. Get your things done. You got this. I wonder if I can make little bats. Are probably too complicated. They've got complicated shapes. So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to make a bunch. I'm just gonna make a bunch. It's a good use of my time. I'm gonna have to cut another chunk off. Oh, this feels good. It feels good to work in a different medium. Maybe I should make something fluffier. Feels really good to work in a different medium. Yeah, you liked it. What do you think of the little crow? I thought it kind of looked side-eye, like a side-eye. Does that make sense? Like, I really just need to, guys, I'm doing some planning, as always, you know, and I've got some time I've got some free time. And this is often the place where I have the hardest time doing things in my job, in my work, because when I don't have any direction at all, I tend to not do anything. And that's no good. It's not like I need a rest, you know. I rest a lot. I'm trying to rest less and focus at work more, but I need to think of things that I'm like excited to work on, you know, like that I'm excited to make. And I feel like I have to continually like renew that, because I get very dissatisfied with making, I get very bored, big time bored. And I think that's part of why I feel like art is a good career for me, because there is so much you can do. Like there is so much, like, look, like if I'm tired of like drawing, then I can, I guess, make little clay things, and that like feeds a little bit of the like doing something different. Or I can try to like redraw stuff. But I'm big time in a place where like if someone were to ask me like, what do you want to do in your creative, what do you want to do in your career, like what do you want to make, you know, that's what people ask, like what do you want to make, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to make. Are you looking for subject matter or like types of art to pivot to? That's also a great question. I don't really know. I think probably both. I think subject matter, I know at this point, some of my favorite things to draw are characters, and I could, you know, as a new thing, experiment with environments, or like objects, you know, more with that kind of thing. I have I am very, one of my by far favorite projects that I had last year was a client project that I can't share the art of. It's under NDA. Secret. Maybe someday I'll be able to share it on my Discord or on my portfolio, they said, but it's a secret. But it's it was working with a character to basically in a bunch of different outfits in like kind of different scenes, doing different things. And so they'd have like, it was the same character that I designed in like doing different activities, and they'd be like, you have it doing this activity, for example, this is not one, but like gymnastics, you know, or like visiting Florida, you know, Florida themed or something. These are examples, not the actual things, but, and I loved that so much. Like doing the little character in different poses and different outfits. I feel like I know I love outfits on characters, so I like to like take one character and like do different outfits. Hello, Breeze. Welcome, Breeze. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. What are you up to? Are you working on anything today? Or just hanging out? Oh, Renee, thanks for sharing that. On Discord. Thanks, yes. So on the Discord, thank you so much. I will share, I will say this on the stream. I said this in the Discord, as Renee just shared in the Art Town private Discord. I just sent in the finals for a project, my longest running project I've been working on since 2020. My very first book project. Oh, this is great. And now I feel like I can talk about it. This is a great suggestion. If anybody has any questions about this, I'm happy to share, but because now I can talk about it because it's out. It's I illustrated a book for a client. I didn't think of the book, but it's called Troublemakers and Superpowers, and you can look it up on Google. It's for pre-order at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, etc., and probably soon to be in your local bookstore. But if you'd like to pre-order it, you can do that. It should be coming out, I think, later this year. And yeah, I was working on that since 2020, and this is speaking of which, it's my highest paid project yet. And so I finally was paid my last installment. They broke the payment into 3, and I got my last payment at the end of last year. And I'm just especially glad. We've been revising it and adjusting. It was a lot of work, but I'm very happy. On Monday, I sent out the very finals, and it feels great. I'm really excited to now move on to the rest of it. So whatever else I want to do. It's a little scary now, though. It was always like, I've got that last payment coming. You know, so if nothing happens this year, if nothing happens, I can you know, I've got that in the future. But yeah, it was great. I suppose I'll be able to make probably a post on the Patreon to like kind of explain what the process was like. I feel like that's probably a good idea. So Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, Brandy says you need commands for stuff. Yes, I do. I do need that. That is one thing I should do for the stream. It does feel great to wrap up. Thank you. It's so true. Alright, this one's a little more complicated, but we'll see how it comes out. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do a couple fluffies. Yay for payments! So that was very exciting. But yeah, now I don't have any... I also finished up that other one with the characters that I was talking about. And so now I don't have any other big projects thus far lined up, so it's a little scary, but also a little exciting, and I mean, hopefully some, you know, come up client projects are where it's at in terms of freelance illustration. Oh, Renee said, how many drawings did you have to do for the project? Thank you for asking. It was drawing on every page of the book, and the book was, I think, about 120 pages long, so about 120 pages. And each one, it's like a book of, short biographies about different people who experienced some kind of trouble or hardship in their childhood, who then nevertheless grew up to do cool things. And so each one has a portrait of the person. Some people are Emma Stone, Simone Biles, Clarence Thomas, I think that's his name, John Green, Black Thought from The Roots, Greta Thunberg, like just all kinds of people who like went through various things. So I did a little portrait for each one, and then each page had a spot illustration that was kind of complicated. But I also did, this was my idea, and this added a lot of work, but it was my idea. They had, the author had a bunch of, well, give me just a moment, guys. I'm gonna grab something. My feet get very cold in this studio, and for Christmas I got a bunch of warm socks and some like little booties, fluffy booties, to keep my feet warm. Boom. Great message, right? I think so too. So, yeah, there was the author included like little quotes with it, and I decided to like hand letter the quotes in like this kind of like swoopy style. So yeah, the hand lettering part took a lot of extra time, but it was my idea. I think it came out nice, but great message. Yeah, it's a pretty good message. It's a pretty good message. So, and it was pretty fun. You mentioned the entire project taking 3 years. Can you give a rough breakdown of time and what happened during? Yes, I can. Okay, so in early 2020, in early 2020, they messaged me, year one, said, we saw that you do portraits of people on my portfolio and on social media. They're a local publisher called Sasquatch Books. They messaged me and said, are you interested in working on this book project, and can you do like a sample of what it might look like if you did? And they paid me for that. I've done this before. I think it's usually like $100, $200, something like that. Between $150 and $300 for like a sample of what it might look like. And sometimes they have like a variety of artists that they're talking to that they'll then choose which one they, you know, like. And I did the little sample and they said, we'd like to move forward with you. So that was the first thing I did in like the spring. And then they sent me the, they said, you know, we want a portrait for each one and a spot illustration on each page. And then they sent me the manuscript as it was at the time, and they said if you want to like pick out things, kind of concepts that you think might be good for turning into spot illustrations. And I said yeah, and I went through and picked out, you know, what I thought would make good spot illustrations. You know, I just like went through the list. That was like the second thing that I did. And they went through and approved or added any like adjustments. And then after that, I think then in the summer, the next thing was to do the roughs for everything. So like a rough sketch. And I added color because I was gonna do like a, you know, one of my simplified color palettes, and I thought it would be easier to start with color. So it could have just been a line sketch, but I just did, I did it in color so that they could see like the kind of color palette. And then I feel like so I did that and it was due at the end of the summer, the first summer, 2020. So that's what I was working on. And I remember I kind of procrastinated on working on those. And so I had to do basically, I did all the portraits first by choice. And then for the spot illustrations, I had basically 12 days to do it, and I had to work every day doing 3 drawings a day just because I procrastinated, but I did it. It was a really hard time. I remember posting about it on Patreon or on, you know, at the time I had a close friends for patrons, and yeah, I was like day 2 of 12 or something. It was really a lot of work. I shouldn't have done that, but ADHD, you know. But I got it done. Maybe I needed the pressure, who knows. And got it done, sent it in, and then Zach and I decided to move back to Virginia after that. So we took some time off and packed everything up. That was at the end of the summer, and we moved in September. And then I think they took a while to get back to me with like feedback and adjustments and things. I feel like I didn't get it until the winter. So then I was like off of working on it for a couple months. So then I think probably I got the adjustments. I got adjustments to make at the end, like at December of 2020. 2020 was an easy year for anyone. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. That was like not a speck of work got done for me. Just a little bit. Okay, I guess I did this, but you know, it was bad for sure. So I moved home, and then they sent me the adjustments, and then we moved back in January. So we were there for a couple months, and then we moved back to Seattle in January, and we then I did the adjustments to the sketch, and I sent them back the adjustments in early January. And I feel like there was probably a little bit of, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it. There was probably a little bit of like back and forth. Oh, then there was an adjustment, right? Before I was to move on to the finals, because of 2020, everybody started thinking about race and sensitivity, you know? this being like a Portland and Seattle based company. They sent the book off to sensitivity readers, and I was doing a really limited color palette at first to kind of like save myself time. And the sensitivity readers, like, I think didn't like the way I was like reducing the color palette of like skin tones to like my bright colors. You know, I was doing everything in like purple, red, orange, yellow, blue, pink, and white. You know, there weren't any like neutral colors. Hi Kayla! Happy Wednesday! She's sewing her fanny pack! Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to share it tonight if you're on tonight. We wanna see your fanny pack. Good book client project chats. Thanks. Happy to entertain. So, yeah, they wanted me to adjust the skin tones. So before I could move on to the finals, they were like, do you have any ideas for what to do about that? And I was like, for the portraits and for the like people in the portraits, I can do them in like realistic skin tones, and the rest will be in the minimal color palette. And so I went through and I adjusted all that and sent it back to them, and they sent it to the sensitivity readers again, and we had to like kind of wait for them to come back with that, you know. So there's a lot of like waiting to see like what people think, you know, because there's the author, there's the art directors, there's like the sensitivity readers, there's all kinds of things. How many do I got over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I want to make 20 cats. Interesting to hear that was part of the process. Oh yeah, lots of back and forth. And so then they got back, they were like, we like that. So then I was able to move on to the final, and I think I had sketched out like what the like text could look like, but before I could move on to the final, they also wanted to send the hand-lettered text to a copy editor to make sure to catch any like adjustments on that first too. So I said I'll do the art first, and then whenever that's ready, then I'll do the hand lettering. So then this was probably, honestly, I can't remember when I did the finished art. It was probably summer of 2021-ish. I think I was probably working on the final summer of 2021. So I had a couple months, you know, it's always like a couple months to work on it. I don't think I procrastinated. I can't remember as much. Somehow I did the final art in the span of 2021. In the span of 2021, I did the final art and I sent that to them. And then I think I was waiting for a long time for the text revisions. I think I was waiting for the rest of 2021 for the text revisions. It's my guess. Like from the, you know, the copy editor. And I feel like it must have been winter of 2022 or something, or maybe January of last year that I got the text revisions. And then sometime last year I did the final text illustration and started to do the cover, because that was a whole other thing, you know. I had to do like a couple sketches for the cover, but I did the final text and then could send them out. That was probably in the summer of last year, because then they had to go over it again and make sure, you know, it was all right and send me any adjustments again. And then last year we did the process for the cover, probably starting in the summer. And the process for the cover took a similar, like, I did like 3 options, And then they went over it and like talked about it as a team and like chose that one and then had like adjustments for it. And then I sent it and they had like some more little adjustments until it got to the final cover. And yeah, it did take a really long time. But it was kind of put off partially because of COVID. They said that like this was like wilder than normal, that it should have been done in probably 2 years, but it was done in, probably should have been done in, it was intended to be done in like 1.5 years. We started it before COVID. And then there was all kinds of like delays and stuff. And I also think the manuscript wasn't entirely done, and so they spent a lot of time working on the manuscript also, and then some, you know, changes had to be made based on the manuscript. So yeah, it was quite a process. In 3 years, you could be a totally different person. Crazy to think that's how long the process took. It is crazy, isn't it? It was a lot. Yeah, it feels weird to, I was telling my friend, like, it felt weird, like, looking at the final files, because I feel like my art has changed so much since 2020. So to look back at this art is like, it's like, oh my god, there's so much I would do differently now. You know? But I was like, doesn't matter, just gotta go. I can't change it now, you know? What was your weekly process like for churning out those 120 drawings? Like 5 a week, 10 a week? Yeah, see, I wish I was that. That would have made more sense as a way to work in a way that's less stressful. But to do my, I like packaged it all up into like a month or something, because I guess I work best when I feel like I have to like do it quickly. So for the finals, I think weren't as hard as the sketches. I'd have to like look back in my planners to see. Maybe I can look. Let's see what I was doing in 2021. Here's my planner from 2021. On the back. 2021. Let's see. Where does it say I was working on my, got our COVID vaccine, there was a heat wave, did a bunch of Patreon stuff, Kenna moved to the Pacific Northwest. See, not a lot of talking about art. When did I do the finals? Oh, here it is, finished book. So yeah, it looks like I pushed it. Finished book, but then these are like the last couple. Maybe I had done the rest earlier? My planner is not telling me very well how I did it, so I can't remember. I guess I had finished it at that time. This one says I did a subject a day. They gave me they gave me like months for the final art. That's Pumpkin scratching her litter box. Did a few more book pages, so it looks like maybe in one of the months I just did a couple book pages. They gave me months to do it, and I feel like I just kind of like did it every once in a while until it was due, and then I like forced myself to do the rest all at once. 5 a week, 10 a week. 10 a week would have been too much. I can't imagine. I've seen the process for doing a comic. My friend has made a comic, and I've heard about her process for that, and that seems extra nuts because you're filling the whole thing through the thing and you're writing it usually. Doing a large block at a time. Yeah, I'm not very good at like doing a little bit at a time so that it's not stressful, because like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3 more. Let's do 3 more. 3 more cats. I'll do 2 more fluffy ones. Hi, Ty. Does Pumpkin do the thing where she scratches the walls of the litter box? Yes, she does. I thought she was the only one. She scratches the side. Pumpkin doesn't look confused. She just does it, like blank faced. She used to, we always put it in like a closet, like at the bottom of a closet. And she used to scratch, when at first we put it in the closet, she scratched the walls of the closet. So then we got the box with the walls, and now she just scratches the walls of the box. Before I was taking my ADHD meds, this is like one that's like a big change. I could not handle the sound of Pumpkin scratching the side of her litter box. Like it would wake me up, and I like could not go to sleep. And if I like heard it right then, I'd be like, Pumpkin! You know, and I like wouldn't be able to do anything until I got her to stop. Like I'd go and try to stop her. Like, you can't stop your cat from doing it. But it would make me like irrationally mad that she was scratching the side of the litter box. Now I can be like, Pumpkin, that's annoying. And that's it. My cat Bing does that too. Bing! This is how it works, don't question the method. Yeah, she's just like... Bing and Google, that's funny. His foster parents said he was named Cherry. They realized he was a boy, they changed it to Bing. Cherry would be a cute boy cat name. But Bing is cute too. Oh, you kept the name he came with? That's cute. Pumpkin's temporary name when she was at the shelter was Venus. Venus. I think they named all the cats they got from this house. I guess it was like they found her in an abandoned house or something. They named them all after planets, Greek gods, Roman gods, I don't know, whichever. Bing was my dad's nickname and my grandfather's name before that. Oh, wow. Oh, because of my last name. Ah, that's cute. Oh, that makes sense. That's adorable. What a coincidence. I don't have a pet, but I would choose a person name. I know some people hate that, but I think it's funny and cute. I was curious what you guys thought about this. I have a casual theory that cats tend to be named non-human names more often than dogs, and dogs tend to be named human names more often than cats. Like, I feel like people name their cats like Egg and like Pumpkin and Paprika and that kind of thing. And people tend to name, maybe I'm wrong, but and I feel like people tend to name their dogs people names, like Jasper, Maya, Maggie. We both kept the names of our cats from the shelter. It's funny how they're two different vibes of names, Yvette and Jumble. Yeah. I think, yeah, Jumble is what I would picture as a cat name, and Yvette is what I would picture as a dog name. More likely. Kayla affirms my theory. I like to make these casual theories and to see if it fits. Another casual theory that I have is for personalities. I think that my casual theory, my perception of people is that people are either, I call them low energy or high energy, not introvert or extrovert. I feel like people tend to be high energy or low energy. And I guess sometimes it changes based on who they're around. Like, I feel like when I'm around a low energy person, I am more high energy, but when I'm around a higher energy person than me, I tend to be low energy. I think Kayla, for example, is a classic high energy person. And I would perceive her husband, Ian, as, I perceive him as low energy. Zach is a low energy person. And my sister Kenna's high energy. Lane is low energy, my other sister. I think I am low energy in terms of this, my vague understanding of my vague perception of energies. My mom's last two names were named Jake and Cindy. That is people name examples. Jake and Cindy, cats. Maybe it applies to generations too. Maybe generations are more likely to name their, like, maybe boomers are more likely to name their pets people names, and millennials are more likely to name their pets weird names. Unusual names. I liked Greer's name, but it didn't fit in any category. It's just a weird word. I perceive that as like a people name. Greer kind of sounds like like I could see a person being named Greer, or like a last name. It kind of sounds like a last name to me. Do 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 do. Do do do. Judy Greer, there you go, a last name. I don't know who that is, but sounds like a name. Hey, people who weren't here in the chat earlier, I made some new emotes. If you're a follower or if you're subscribed, check them out. Did you look at the emotes? Carly! Hello, Carly! Thank you for subscribing! A 10-month streak! Guess what? You get the subscription emotes that I just made yesterday. Give them a spin! If you're subscribed, you get special emotes. Yeah, like that one. You got Muppet Zach, we got Excited Cat. OMG. We got little wavy skeleton. All kinds of surprises. Heck yeah. Yeah, the Me Want Food, that's from the drawing that my sister made of Pumpkin. The side-eye crow. Sub just for the emotes, yeah. I also thought I could only have 5, but I was clicking around Twitch yesterday and I saw you can have like 5 follower emotes and also 5 subscriber emotes. And within the subscriber emote, you can also have a one animated emote, at least at the level that I'm at. I think if I become a partner, I'm an affiliate, a Twitch affiliate. I think if you become a partner, you can do more something. What are we making today? Welcome, Carly. I am making cat pins. 20 cat pins. I'm gonna start smoothing them out soon. I'm just gonna make, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wait, I'm at 20. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. We're good. Time to start smoothing. All right, back to lurking. Goodbye, Kayla. Enjoy crafting. What are you up to, Kaylee? Carly? Why did I call you Kaylee? All right. I have one that a friend gifted before I knew your work. Oh, the pin, that's right. Yeah, I was this was one of the earliest things that I made, and it was really fun. I used to make a shit ton of handmade pins, and they were really fun to have at conventions, and I just stopped for a while. And yeah, I'm feeling inspired to make something different now, so back at it. Back at it. I'm gonna draw them this time with, I'm gonna draw them with Posca markers for quick coloring, methinks. We're gonna see how that goes. I made for Kayla for Christmas a little Sculpey figurine of a reindeer, or like an elk. A reindeer. And I colored it with both gouache and gouache and Posca markers. Wait, actually it was mostly gouache. Speaking of which, where is my gouache? Or was it watercolor? I don't know, but I used a fixative to seal it so that I like spray fixatived it, and then I was able to paint over it, and so that gave me some more flexibility of what I can do, because previously if you just go straight in with the like sealant or whatever, it fucks it up, you know. Hello, Carl. Back to say how cute the Sculpey deer is. Aw, I'll put the pic on Discord. Oh, sure, if you want to. You don't have to. It's a gift for you. A little gift for you. iCarly. I know you see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Carl! Rick Grimes. Speaking of The Walking Dead, does anybody have Hulu and watch the first episode of The Last of Us? I've been so excited for this TV show. I didn't even play the game. I watched a Let's Play of the first game because I don't have the thing that you need to play it. I don't have the thing, but I was so excited, and the first episode is so good. Yeah, it was good. It was freaking good. I'm so pumped. I love zombies. I want to play it so bad. I shan't ever until the Xbox costs $100, but that probably won't ever happen for a long time. Me muting, but on purpose this time. I won't do no spoilers. I won't do any spoilers. There's no real spoilers. I'll just be listening, lurking while I finish some work. Do it. Do your work. I'll also share, and the people who are lurking don't have to say anything, but tonight I'm gonna let you know, partially the inspiration for making these little cats is I have this little sculpture of a cat that my mom gave to me when we first adopted Pumpkin that I think she got at like World Market or something kind of cheap. Oh, you're back. Okay. She got it kind of cheap, and it was very sweet of her, but I don't. The Last of Us Next Gen Remake is on PC now. Ty. Coming in with the video game news. Melt the average PC, really? Tonight, y'all. Zack Attack. Yeah, I've got some news for tonight. Okay, The Last of Us, not on Xbox thingy. Do I have an average PC? I think I technically have a gaming PC. The graphics card is kind of old, though. The news, yeah, how to derail me, tell me that I can possibly play it. Alright, let's see if Steam comes up, but yeah, okay, so oh, it's up. Steam's up. The Last of Us. You're right! Oh, part 1. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm of age. What do you freaking mean, part 1? Oh, because it's part 1 and part 2. Pre-purchase coming March 3rd. Oh my god! I'm gonna get to play it. Oh, it's gonna be spooky, guys. We're gonna play it in March. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right. All right. Wait. Okay. So I was saying I'm going to sand this off. See, sand the color off because I think this is cute and it's nice that my mom got me for it. But I think the paint is ugly, and I want it to look more like pumpkin. So I'm gonna sand this off, and then I think tonight I'm gonna use Posca markers to color it to look like pumpkin. Because, yeah, thank you, Ty. Thank you, Ty. Now I've done it. Because I kind of want to possibly do a thing where I get things from Goodwill and then put art on them. I don't know. It's an idea. Yeah, so that's gonna happen tonight, and also Zach is gonna come and play Sea of Thieves with me. That's the other thing. I wanted to stream with Zach playing Sea of Thieves, and he's often working, but he's not working now. So me and Zach, catch me and Zach. I might even find a way to set up Zach's little camera so you can see him and hear him. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't that be cute? So that's the updates for y'all. Now you saw the emotes. Oh, the other thing we were talking about this morning, we're learning about Twitch, y'all. And one thing I learned is there are little there are little channel points, you know, the channel points you earn as you watch that people spend on like getting to see Pumpkin and making me drink water and nothing, you know, all that. There is apparently an option where you can set up like a challenge that everybody can work on to submit their points to like a pool to try to earn towards a bigger goal. And Brandy shared an idea that Arcasian apparently does, where she does, Arcasian does a drawing, and maybe someone else, I don't know where Brandy got this idea, but doing a game night. Like we were talking about Drawful or something like that, you know. Probably then it wouldn't just be open to the Patreon, so it wouldn't be a Patreon exclusive, but it would be like a Twitch, you know, so whoever's on the stream can come and play the games. So yeah, I think that would be a fun goal. You don't, oh, I've seen the betting your points thing. That's something different. Zach watches some streams of Hunt Showdown, an online game where people also do bets. But yeah, no, this is something different. I didn't see the betting thing on but I should look into, I don't know how we would do bets, but yeah, you can bet with your channel points somehow. Maybe we could do something like oh, maybe you do it like, let's see, bet, so, oh, so when I do a poll, I do like slash and then I type something in, okay? So I do slash poll to do it, right? And it's because I'm a moderator. Ooh, let's try this. Display a list of mods. Let's see what that does. Francesca Oaksford, Renee Renzeraid, and Zach Turk. Oh, cool. What else is there? Ooh, a goal? What's this mean? Oh, I can like start a little subscription goal or a follower goal. Maybe we can set a goal for one follower. Based on channels of your side, we recommend a goal of 350 followers. I have 340. Let's try this. This seems fun. Let's do 341. Let's see if we can reach this. Let's see if we can reach one. Does it show up? Here we go. So if 1 people follow, then we reach our goal. Even I have a goal. We gotta up your Twitch game, Brandy. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. A chat goal. Can you guys see that goal, or did it go away? I know Lucan, who's a Hunt Showdown guy, sometimes does a bet channel points goal where you can submit points for a face reveal because he never shows his face. Oh my god, I should do that. I'll do like a I'll do a butt reveal. Because I never show my butt on the stream. Have you ever? Oh! Thank you for donating towards The Last of Us. And look, you can see the little GIF that I said I added. Thank you, Renee. Oh, for donating towards The Last of Us. I love that. That is great. That will absolutely go directly towards The Last of Us. And, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you like the GIF? I was like, I feel like there's nothing funnier I could do than just like SpongeBob itself, you know? GIF. Did I say GIF? Shit. GIF. I'm just not paying attention. I know it's correct. Graphics interchange formula. Wait, is that what it stands for? Yeah. Like the most PG butt reveal, just standing up and turning around. Oh yeah, exactly like that. That's a good one. Submit points for a face reveal. I have seen that too. So yeah, I'm taking ideas for little fun challenges. However, one thing I will never do as a streamer is do a 24-hour stream, because that sounds horrible to me. I hate staying up all night. Our delightful friend Cameron at GoGo Camzilla, I think that's his thing. He's not here right now, but I think this is his Twitch. He every year at least does a stream where he streams for 24 hours for charity, so I'll share about it if whenever I see him doing it next. I'll host him, or yeah, I'll rate it. I don't know, we'll figure something out. Yeah, 23 hours. Another option I saw someone doing is like 7 days of streaming as like a thing. So maybe that could be a fun reward, that like if we reach a certain point, I'll stream every day. Or is that not a reward, or is that a way to get people to do it? I don't freaking know. Twitch is so mysterious. The guy who originally named them says it's pronounced GIF, but nobody listened. Yeah, English is, I mean, languages are fluid, y'all. GIF. Jeff. I pronounce it Jeff, actually. 7-day streams is a reward for me. Yeah, everybody's like, you don't need to stream every day. Remember when you said you were gonna stream every day in October? And I didn't. Jiff, the friend of Carl. So learning a lot about streams and streaming, and looking forward to playing The Last of Us. It's gonna be hard, man. Ty, do you think it'll melt my computer though? Have you seen? Look, mine's got the LEDs though. Could it melt a computer like this? No, I mean it genuinely could. It's an old graphics card. Recalling the daily streams of October. Yeah, how quickly I dropped it. For anybody who wasn't hanging out in October, I was feeling so energized from streaming more frequently and playing games in like late September that I was like saying in late September, I was like, I'm gonna stream every day working on Inktober. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I dropped it so quick. Yeah. The white case do be looking fresh though. Thank you. I like it. I built it in 2020 actually. That's when I first started streaming. I think some of y'all were here in 2020. Oh, the streams, the little baby streams back then. This isn't criticism, just genuinely funny. Oh, it's good. No, but it's so true. That doesn't count as bullying. Yeah. Never overextend yourself. Yeah, I think doing daily streams might be just good as like a... Probably it makes sense as like a push to get more followers or something. I don't know. So guys, this is how I make... I don't know how other people do little sculpey sculptures, but this is how I do them. I cut them out first, and then I gently massage them into shape. If anyone's curious. Just massage the butt. Massage the edge. You see. I've also discovered you can sand Sculpey with a mask on, I think. Massage the butt. Like a quick 1 to 2 hours. I built my PC in 2020. What's your graphics card? Oh, I have actually, my graphics card was given to me. I think this is my graphics card. Given to me by my friend Justin, who he bought a new graphics card for his computer, and so he gave me his old one. So I think this one's probably from like 2017. It's the GeForce GTX is what it says in neon green lights that I'm looking at with my eyes right now through my little PC window. And so yeah, I think it's probably a little old. During certain parts of Resident Evil Village, my computer was not. And also parts of also parts of The Witcher. When streaming and playing like a high-res game at the same time, my computer's like, you know, massage the butt. Take notes. Brandy's gonna start streaming, everybody, soon. Hey, if you're on here and if you stream, feel free to give a little shout out to yourself. Ty, do you stream? That's one I don't know about. I know Carly streams. Brandy's about to. Brandy got new tech. New pad on deck. Look at this little one. I want the ears to be a little bit bigger. Carly hasn't for a while. Maybe sometime again soon. Yeah. Ty says gotta stream again soon. Got all my dang retro consoles sitting around. Yeah, Ty, you're always doing all kinds of cool stuff. Hi, I'm Renee and I Soda stream. I also Soda stream. Speaking of retro consoles, this weekend, last weekend on Friday, I went to IKEA with Kayla and Ian, and it was a grand fun time. And I did some changes to my Kallax. Do you guys know the Kallax shelves? They're like the little square shelves. That are like, it's like a series of 4x4, so So it's like 8 squares stacked on top of each other. We use that under our TV in our living room. And I really like that it's a bunch of storage and it's not as low as other TV stands because we've got a relatively small TV. So it's the perfect height, in my opinion. We've got some Kallax sitting next to some. Nice. They're so good. They're so flexible and so affordable. They're only $80 for like a pretty good bookshelf that's like flexible. You can like turn it all different ways. Zach just ordered another one to go in his side of the office. We're actually the studio. We're actually we're like adjusting the studio. Zach wants more space to like display his stuff and have more tabletop space and that kind of thing. Because I've got the entire closet filled of my shelves, and he's got like one bookshelf. So he got another 2x4 Kallax, and he's gonna put it in there. And I bought for ours some little, they've got little inserts that you can put in of all different like types. And one of them is a like a door, like a box with a door. So you can close it, turn it into like a little cabinet. That furniture share you did on Instagram, oh thank you. Updates on the furniture, yeah. I love affordable and secondhand furniture, especially. So yeah, I did. I got these little. I'll have to share my little box. Yeah, it doubles as a long table. That's exactly right. Zach's putting it next to. He got a new desk too. That's gonna attach to the top. So he's gonna like attach a desk, and he's got already like a little series of drawers. And he's gonna turn that whole thing into a little desk. Which means we'll have an extra table. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Maybe just put it on the street. Give back to the sidewalk, which has given me so much. If there's nowhere to do it in here. Whoever needs a little desk or a table can have it, possibly. It doesn't fit in here. But what I did to the Kallax was, yeah, put the little doors in, and then I wanted it to have like a wood effect. And I was doing all kinds of looking around to see if there's any way that I could make like actual wood doors, but you know, we live in a little apartment. We don't have any like room for really tools. Oh, I think Zach's back. So I just decided to get these little things, and I bought little like textured wood contact paper. And I very carefully applied the furniture, the wood contact paper to the front of it so it looks like little birch. And I saw I could get, technically, for more money, definitely more money, some actual wood veneer, but it was too much after getting all this other furniture. It's like, it'd be like $80 to order like a roll of real wood birch veneer, and then I'd have to like apply it. So anyway, I was thinking that could be a thing in the future. The Zach Muppet emote, yay! And I also bought little black handles for it. I'll share it on the Discord to y'all, the secret Art Town Discord. So y'all can see. If you'd like to see on the Discord, of course, you can join on patreon.com/Ragonia. I've got to hop off. Have a sweet rest of the stream. Thanks, Jive Bree. See you later. Have a great day. I'll be back if you're around this evening. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're welcome for the book talk. Thanks for listening. Yeah, so my little cabinet looks so good. I'm so proud of it. And part of the reason... Bye, Carly. Thanks for joining as well. If you have anything to share, Carly, on the Discord, feel free to bring it tonight. Any cool new stuff you're working on, and we'll take a look at that tonight. Take it easy. Have a good work day. You want food? Yeah, go eat lunch. I'm gonna eat lunch soon too. It's just about time. However, if anybody wants, Carl wants food. Carl! 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 Cat. Yeah, Carly, when we'll ask her tonight. Can we call you Carl? We'll call her Carly. She said she doesn't like it. Yeah, so it looks really good, and one of the, in my opinion, I think it looks really nice. Nice little upgrade to the Kallax. And one of the reasons we wanted to do it is we took a lot of Zach and my old game consoles from his parents' house, and they've been in the closet for a long time, or they've been out, but they're kind of messy looking, you know, because they were all shoved in one of the cubes of the Kallax. And now they each have their own little Kallax box that they go in. You know what era of YouTube you grew up when you hear Carl and think llama? Carl, was that the... Which YouTube video is that? Yeah, Carl. I feel like I think of, I feel like that's, oh. Yeah, we have PlayStation 1s. Yeah, we went through and we tried to see basically what can fit in to the Kallax, and then we're thinking we might not keep the PlayStation, we might sell it or give it away or something, because we also looked at all the games that we brought, and we were trying to see like which ones did we think we'd really play, and didn't keep a lot of the PlayStation 1 games, kept a lot of the PlayStation 2 games. Unfortunately, we don't have a controller, a working controller for the PlayStation 2, so that's one thing we have to get. But now they all have nice little boxes for them to go in. Pink. Look at them. See the difference? Scraggly. Beautiful. Why are you out of focus? Doesn't matter. There were several, I think they were called llamas and hats. Oh, nice. Yeah. YouTube. Old YouTube. Reagan now Steve. Oh, you guys are naming people. Renee is Ronaldo. Ooh, Ronaldo. Brandy is Brundy. Brundle. Brandle. Marlon Brandle. Told Zach how to bootleg PS1 games. Oh goodness. Is that a bad influence, or is it practical? Brundle. Ty is Titanic. No, Ty, your full name is Tyler, right? Is that right? Ty is already a nickname. Teeler. You've been called Brandle before. Brandle. Yeah, my full name is Tyler. We'll call you Tittles. Brandle is less obvious than Brandon. No, it's Brandle. Brandle. Best ever. Best never. No, best ever. Ever. Bestie. Guyler is my alpha chat evil twin. Tittles. I like Gyler. Do you know what a tittle is? Oh no, I don't. What's a tittle? You don't even want to know where mine went for my name? Oh goodness. Best ever. I guess I don't. I didn't reach it. Best. I thought of Best Beaver for your name. Best ever. Is that what you thought of too? And then I decided not to say it, but now I've said it. There, I've gone and said it, haven't I? It's a real word. It's the dot over the I or the J. Oh, really? Tittle? I have been called Beaver before. Beaver, well, there you go. We can't say, so we simply can't say Best Beaver. We're gonna be shut down by the CIA. Porn on the internet? the Twitch CIA. You can't be talking about beavers. Thanks to those teachers that called Carly Carl 15 to 20 years ago, so we could have this blessed so we could have this moment. Carl? My favorite thing with one of my favorite things with my name is, I guess it's spelled kind of different than Reagan. Reagan's kind of an uncommon name, at least for people my age. I think now there's babies. Bust ever. Bust ever's good too. Bust ever's great. I like Bust ever. Ronaldo, Brander, Gyler, Beaver, Steve? Oh, am I Steve? Bustafer Jones, the cat about town. Bustafer. Bustafer. You're Bustafer. From the hit musical Cats. Oh, so I was gonna say, with my name, whenever people read out my name, sometimes they give it like a kind of fancy spin. They're like, Ragon? 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 You know? And I'm like, yeah, Reagan. It's Reagan. I'm like, oh. Ragon. Zach! Howdy, Bustafers. Me. The musical Cats, yeah. And on an uppercase B, the intersection of the lines is called the crotch. Oh! Ooh, look at you with your text. Your text things. Mungo Jerry. Dumble. Mungo Jerry. In Cats, there's let's see if I know any. There's oh my god, I don't know the cats' names. I can't remember. There's one that's the name of a song, right? It's like Rambleshanks. There's one. Jumble Jerry. Jumble Jerry is the nickname. There you go, free cat nickname. Rambleshanks. What about Reagan Shanks? Right, Regal Shanks. Regal Shanks. Regal Shanks. Zech. Zech. Zechai. Reagan Jerry. Zach, people love people. Regal Shanks. Okay, what about Kayla? Kayla. Kaylo. Kaylee. Kalia. Kalestopher. Caleb, but spelled C-A-I-L-E-B. Caleb. Mungcore. It's actually very nice to do this on stream because this is kind of a relatively mindless activity, so this is a good thing. I hope it's entertaining. I don't think it is. I'm just smoothing these cats. Drawing them will be more interesting. Caleb with a K. Caleb. Calehub. What about Calehub? Don't forget to massage the butt. Oh, I shan't. I shan't. I don't know what I showed up to, but it's evolving into D&D character name generation. Yeah, we're just giving ourselves names. Best ever is Bustifer. With 2 S's. Krayla. I like Krayla. Just toss an R in there. Renee is Ronaldo. Zach Murray. Zach Murray. Crayola with a K. New branding opportunity, Kayla? Break it down. Break it down, Bustifer. Oh, Zach, it's because Carly said that she came on and I was like, I called her like Kaylee, and I was like, why did I just call you Kaylee? And she said, a teacher used to call me Carl when I was younger, so it's okay. I get described as the wrong thing frequently. Zachelle, and then Brandy and Renee started naming everybody. Brandy is, I called her Brundle. I like Brundle. These are good D&D names though, if anybody needs it. This is Zrak and Krayla. Zrak. Yeah, that has some like fantasy energy. It's like a silent R. Just like toss an R into people's names and it makes it fantasy. Zachelle. By the way, does anybody here, any residents here want to share anything during art show and tell? Anything you worked on this week? Anything that you cooked? Anything that you wrote? Anything you made? Looks like Brandy's been working on panel designs for Twitch. We got Brandy to show something. Now would be the perfect time. I think we're coming upon 1 p.m. Everything I make has female presenting nip-nops. Oh, yeah. Wait, are nip-nops allowed on Twitch? Probably not. Nip-nop reveal. No. No. Zach, I'm also gonna do I crowdsourced some ideas for community challenges for you know, the channel points thing, and Ty said one person does a face reveal, so I think I'm gonna do a butt reveal because I show my face all the time. Brundle, good name for a troll. Oh. Okay, so now is the time. I'm just about finished. I just have some cleaning up to do for the rest of these. I think I'm gonna cook them. I'm gonna cook these bad cats, and then I think I'm gonna do some coloring of them tonight. Tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5 to 7 is when we'll be doing that, but I'm done with this for today. Thanks for watching as I sculpted 20 of these. But the next thing I do before we close out is take a look at some of the art created by the residents of Art Town, who are my patrons on Patreon, because they've got access to the Ragonia Art Town Discord, where we talk about art, we ask questions, we share pictures of our cats, we share pictures of things we're cooking and recipes and things that are in progress, and we just support each other, give each other little likes. It legit feels like Instagram before Instagram was how it is now. it like feels very satisfying to get everybody's little emotes or like you know, icons that we put on there. But yeah, so that's what I'm about to check out because our Art Town resident Brandy here in the chat has shared some phenomenal art that she has cooked up here. Let's pull it up. Oh my goodness, Brandy, as usual, amazing. Holy cow, this is blowing my mind. These are so cute, so smart, genius little ripped off pieces of paper to go underneath your Twitch. This is so good, so freaking cool. Look at this monthly sticker club. Oh, it's giving me like chills almost. Like this is such a fun idea to advertise your little sticker club, your little, oh my gosh, your Instagram little newsletter and your little Twitter. Oh my gosh, giving Fallout, totally. Wow, this is crazy cool. Really leaned into the retro. This is so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Holy cow, I love this so much. This really makes me want to like up my little things. You're just like so inspiring. Holy cow, well you guys go check out Brandy on Twitch. She looks like she's trying to get to 50 followers. She's got a little goal, like she said, she's got a goal before me. So you can go give Brandy a follow, and she's gonna be getting a new computer so she can stream for the first time next week. So this is up and coming space. Keep an eye out. I have goals. Yeah, I wait, maybe I'll change my goal. I just did one just to see if it could happen. But yeah, this is killer. Just great art as usual, and such a clever design for, look at this little safe to, what are those called? Paper clips. Freaking awesome. Holy cow. Scribbling furiously. So cool. Cut and scan and I can add it to the panel. Amazing, amazing. Love that. See, a little heart for Brandy. Ooh, and Kayla has shared hot off the presses. Kayla's in progress, work in progress of her fanny pack. She's out there. If you're out there, I believe she's out there. Look at this. Wow. Fanny pack. Oh my goodness. Kayla, another resident of Art Town, has been sewing up a storm, making all kinds of cool things for the last couple years. And is this one of the most complicated things you've made? Breaking my brain a bit. It's like architecture. You're doing architecture. And as usual, Kayla is using her like trademark beautiful colors to make something so unique and gorgeous. Also so inspiring. My God, you make me want to sew. Learn to sew so bad. I gotta get me a sewing machine. Cute little pattern. Oh my God, it's gonna look so cute. It might be, yeah. Oh, so cool, and really fun to see actually the little process with the little clips and how everything's got to be like connected together. But what you got so far is looking really neat and professional and clean, Krayla. Is this for you, Kayla, or are you selling? I would guess she's keeping it for her. It's for me, yep. And everyone's nicknames. Oh, good. Kayla, thank you for sharing. Emotes in chat for both Brandy and Krayla. Wait, Brandel and Krayla. Great work, you guys. So inspiring and exciting to see what you got in progress and what you've been working on while I've been streaming today. It feels so good to like work on stuff with you out there. Sewing is too much work to sell for sure. Can you believe how much that we're just able to buy sewn stuff for like $10? Yeah, emotes. Woo! Emotes in chat. Brandel and Krayla. Yay! Oh, and the reindeer. Yes, I'll show the reindeer too. This is, I guess, something I made for Kayla. This little reindeer for a little Christmas present. Thank you for sharing a little pic. There he is. Little lumpy guy. The animated emote chaos. I know. I want to be able to make more. That's a desire of mine. Thanks for sharing this. I'm glad you like it. I tried to do it in your little colors for you. It was really fun, and it made me want to make more stuff. This is actually, I remembered, not Posca. This is a different color. I think this was actually watercolor. I thought it was gouache, but then I looked at the tubes and it said watercolor. So it's watercolor that I then sprayed with a fixative. I put it on real thick too, real thick, and then sprayed with a fixative, and then put my regular like cover over top of it. But there he is. Wonderful. Thank y'all so much for sharing. Great job. And Kayla, thank you for sharing my little guy that I've made. So this is the end of the morning stream. Thank you guys so much for working with me. I'm very proud to get a bunch of these little cats done. I'm feeling really good making this kind of thing. I will be back tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 to 7, and then at 7 p.m. ish, Zach and I are gonna play Sea of Thieves together. He's gonna stream with me. Zach, if you're out there listening, you gotta do it. Look, I announced it. And I'm so excited to be pirates with you. So come and join me as I paint some more cats. Come and bring your projects. And if you don't follow me already, give me a follow. I'm Reagan. I'm a freelance illustrator and artist. At 5, Zach, we're gonna be gaming at 7. Oop. I'll talk to you about it. But yeah, give me a follow. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Patreon. And my shop is open at Ragonia.com. I sell a bunch of spooky and animal themed things like, and cat themed like this. Here's one of my prints. You can get in my shop. Ta-da! Alright guys, thanks for joining. Let me just check. I haven't done this before, but in case some of y'all are still working, let me just see if anybody that I follow is streaming like right now. Looks like, oh, someone I follow. Cool Like, if anybody watched Charlie Is So Cool Like, back on the old internet, looks like Charlie is streaming right now. So let's go check her out. Let's do a raid, guys. Yeah, we've never done a raid before. I've never checked it out. So what is our raid message? Hell, let's say the Art Town invades or something like Art Town. Yeah, something about we're a town, right? So like blood and pain. Jesus, no, Zach. We can say, oops, greetings from Art Town. How about that? Art raid massage the butt. Yeah, how about a howdy neighbor? Greetings from Art Town. And we can say, and then here, I'm doing a little message. Wait, I'm preparing it. I'm baking it up for y'all. This is fun. Look at us doing more Twitch things. So when you go in there, guys, you copy, you can paste this. Something like this, okay? Oh, I've subscribed. That's great. This is my own thing, actually. You got this. I've never done this before. Have I done this? All right, let's do it. Let's do a raid. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get in there. I've been blocked. Wait. Whoa. Thanks, Zach. That's how you do it. Alright, use parameters. Raid. And then it's gonna be... and she's playing Stardew Valley, so that should be fun. Ooh, like... Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get in there. Wait. I fucked it up. Hold on. Raid.
You just have to believe.
And then we go. Cool. Like, there we go.
Does each kernel count as one corn? No, one corn counts as one corn.
I did it wrong again. Guys, I've got this.
I don't know the science behind it, but that sounds about right to me.
Send me there. I'm ready. I'm gonna send ya. Stardew Valley vibes, too. Cool. Like, here we go. God damn it, why isn't it working? We believe in you, thanks. I don't believe in me. Everybody's ready to fight. Raid. Oh. Did it work? Boom, we're doing it. We're doing it. And go. Oh, yes.